So 2 years after the release of Doom 2 in 1994, John Romero, when he wasn't deathmatching with fans and getting himself kicked out of the company, approached a small group of modders called TNT to bring them on to produce Doom 2's final expansion, aptly named Final Doom. The team's current project, Evilution, was mostly done at this point, given to id Software to be sold in retail markets, which did stir up a bit of controversy in these small Doom communities, since they promised that this would be a free map pack, now suddenly locked behind an id Software paywall. But you know what? I'm sure there's hundreds of modders out there that wish that their product could be sold in retail markets like that. I mean, I can't blame them. See, after they relinquished Evilution to id Software, they started working on a whole new map pack called Icarus Alien Vanguard as a sort of apology to fulfill their commitment to the community, providing them with a free map pack afterwards. But two of the team members were notably absent from Alien Vanguard, being Dario and Milo Casali, two members of TNT that would go on to become pretty big mainstays in the industry. Milo may have gotten the short end of the stick, working on games like Operation Raccoon City as part of his job at Slant 6 Games, a company primarily known for their PSP SOCOM Navy SEALs games, if you ever wondered why Raccoon City was so mid. He did get a job at Valve in the late 90s, contributing to the earliest build of Team Fortress 2 back when it was a lot closer to an early military simulator, but I guess it just didn't work out for him. But Dario secured a job at Valve before even the first Half-Life and has been working there up until December of last year. That is crazy. These two would each contribute 16 maps to a brand new expansion made solely for Final Doom called the Plutonia Experiment. A far superior series of maps compared to TNT's Evilution, but we'll get there in a moment because this video is going to be mostly focused on the prior. Now don't click off just yet, I know I kind of clickbaited you with the Final Doom mantra, but trust me, this'll still be interesting. Here, can I keep you fascinated if we talk about the PS1 version too? Yeah, that'll probably even things out a bit. Now I was hoping to show you a physical copy of the big box for Final Doom in this video, but unfortunately I don't have one because it's a bit outside of my budget right now, so you're getting the PS1 cover instead, which still has that 25mm ammo box aesthetic to it. I do have this though. That's as close as you're getting. And hey, if these videos do well enough, maybe I'll buy myself one of those Final Doom boxes and write it off as a tax expense. Just kidding, I have an editor to pay, so hey, check out my Patreon. It gives you access to the Discord and you get to see videos early. Anyways, I gotta give this PS1 version a quick mention before we jump in because it is interesting. The maps themselves are certainly more faithful to their PC counterparts if you compare the original PlayStation Doom to the original PC version, but possibly as a side effect, this port runs like shit. Multiple maps have inaccessible secrets, and Evilution's deepest reaches has a red keycard that doesn't do anything. Top that off with the game not spawning the spider masterminds when they're supposed to due to a memory bug, and you just get a really fascinating piece of Doom history. I've always sort of had this impression that Doom 2 and Final Doom are both two halves of the same experience, or I guess 1/3 and 2/3, where you play Doom 2 first to go into TNT Evilution and then Plutonia as one big 90 map experience. And I guess someone working on this port felt the same way because bits and pieces of TNT Evilution and then Plutonia are put back to back, despite what the manual may say on page 8 where there's 30 plus levels. Yeah, that's a fucking lie. This disc contains exactly 30 levels, except 14 of those 30 aren't even from Final Doom. These are from Doom 2's master levels. No, get back in your hole. I'm not playing you yet. This would be pretty cool putting these 3 expansions together in one single campaign if corners weren't cut. It was a pretty ambitious idea. They even got Aubrey Hodges to come back and compose a whopping 10 new tracks just for this port. But on the other hand, you're not getting that original soundtrack composed for TNT in this version, which I guess is a good way to take us back to the PC. There are some Doom 2 tracks sprinkled around the OST, but there's still 16 brand new whole midis here to bless our ears with. Though this colorful cast of composers is, interesting, to say the least. Alright, roll call! Tom Paradox Mustaine, a map designer for the Scourge of Armagon and Half-Life Opposing Force. Leo A. Sieben, brother to Jimmy Sieben, network programmer for Bungie's first Halo when he's not working on Doom maps. This poor guy left the industry after working on Duke Nukem Forever, and I can't really blame him. Josh Noel Martell, senior programmer for Samba We Amigo and worked on sound design for the retail Quake mod that replaced enemies with X-Men characters, Ravages of the Apocalypse, and last and certainly least, Jonathan L. Bizri, a man with a pretty active GitHub page today and got to start working on TNT's Evilution and Icarus Vanguard, and also proudly put, quote, music vibes as good as sex and food at the top of his cool science tab of his personal website. This strange little Suicide Squad of musicians came together to compose for TNT Evilution when they weren't already designing levels for it. And it's a pretty damn good soundtrack. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them are even good enough to match Bobby Prince's soundtrack for these games. The soundtrack is probably the best part of the game, or at least the most consistent, and sadly I don't mean that in a good way. So I was expecting there to be like maybe 4 or 5 people who contributed maps to this expansion, and I was gonna go through and rank all of the maps in 1 out of 3 and then see who had the most consistently good score. But there's nearly 20 different map designers for this, and some of them only worked on 1 or 2 levels each. Some maps, like the few by the Casali brothers and Tom Mustaine, are pretty good, while others are probably even worse than some of the low points of Doom 2. I was almost getting bored of using the super shotgun, and I'm playing this on ultra violence. I was deliberately using the standard combat shotgun just so that I could stimulate myself enough to keep playing. My ADHD is medicated and I still had to stim off a shotgun. From basically beginning to end, you're gonna be shooting down the same groups of hit scanners and imps. This is already tedious after a while, but this also means you're gonna be stacked on shotgun and chain gun ammo, lending itself to this megawads tedium. Because you're walking over so many bullets and shells that you can't pick up because you're just so full, you're gonna be resorting to the shotgun and chain gun more than usual, giving you this feeling that you're not even making a lot of progress 23 maps in. It's disappointing because some levels have some really good map geometry to them. Like, some of these maps are graphically works of art. It's just that progressing through them wasn't really thought out too well. We start off with the Tom Mustaine map with one secret in it, originally meant to be a map for the master levels of Doom 2, which is probably why it's actually a solid stage, albeit pretty small. This is a blessing in disguise because they give us a berserk pack right at the beginning, and the cramped level design lets us get the jump on some enemies. I'd like to cordially invite everyone back to the 2023 Fist Parade. Yeah, I'm bringing the Fist Parade bit back from the Prodeus video from 3 years ago. If you've played Prodeus before, you've probably seen the Fist Parade achievement. That was based off of my video, and that is exactly where my career has peaked. It's all downhill from here, baby. I'd tell you to grab the shotgun and the secret here, but you don't really need to worry about that because we're going to be getting a lot of shotgunners after this point. But you're not going to be seeing any of them until you open this blue door. That doesn't even open the path to get the blue key until you basically slam your face right against it. You'll get the message saying that you need a blue key farther away from the trigger that opens the path to the key. Yeah, that's not very well thought out, but at least that's the worst it gets for this stage. Oh wow, we're not even at Plutonia yet and they're whipping out the chain gunner closets. Enough to startle me, but not enough to make me want to shit myself, which is a sign for the rest of Evilution. Ah, great, Doom Guy's brooding again. Wow, yep, that sure is a human barbecue. Yee-haw, my fellow demons! Put me a human femur on the grill, will ya? Ha ha! Really, John? You're gonna make me fight some specters without a chainsaw? What a waste of ammo. I take it back. Thank you, John. You have subverted my expectations. Now please direct the next Star Wars. I don't know if it's a source port I'm using or what, but this window is deceptively tall, making me think that I'm not supposed to jump out this window, but that's exactly what I have to do. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Is it telefragging time? I think it's telefragging time. I'm getting bored. Cool, thanks. Remember to start your morning with a healthy heaping of fistage. I'm sorry, I thought this level was power control. Why won't you let me fist? That's it, I'm taking the spanker. Map 3 starts the trend of some really underwhelming Archvile spawns. I was expecting more because there's a bunch of corpses outside of this arena that he could totally start rezzing, but he can't because he can't reach them. Almost makes me wonder if there was supposed to be more to this and they had to cut it down because they decided that this was going to be the 3rd level in this map pack. Oh well. Oh, fuck you, Robin. You knew exactly what you were doing by putting that invisibility sphere there. Mancubi already turned this game into a bullet hell. I don't want it to be any worse. Look, I found a rocket launcher and a secret, and if I don't use it now, then I picked up that secret for nothing. You know shit's going down when Sieben breaks out the pan flute. Also, does the bells in this soundtrack remind anyone else of Batman Forever on the Super Nintendo? I guess I could also just say Batman Forever on the movie. Look, that game was pretty important to my formative years. There's not really anything uniquely wormholey about this map unless you're going for secrets, because the exit is right at the beginning. Just take a right and go up the stairs, that's it. The wormhole is only if you make it into the sewers. Why are there so many computers in these sewers? Oh, what the fuck? Everybody gangsta till they fire turns blue. Oh, fuck off. It took me a second to realize that these fire blue bars aren't like a nuclear jail cell, but in fact the level's namesake, the wormhole, teleporting you to an identical version of the map but with imp corpses littered around to give you that false sense of security that you've already been here. But no, you'd know this if you opened up your map and saw, wait, I haven't been here yet. Moving you to a grungier, more hellish environment version of the map we were in before, with a lot more of the non-humanoid demons starting to take center stage. I'd be a lot more enthusiastic about this if we actually had to go through this as part of the level, but this is all optional. Anyways, this brings us to Hangar. No, not E1M1 from the first game. This is map 05 Hangar. Cool, that's great. I hope you like walking into small rooms and then killing what's directly behind you, because you gotta do this like 6 fucking times at the beginning of the stage. For God's sake, close the silo doors! Oh, Jesus! I had to do this stupid memory puzzle for the blue key that misdirects you by only opening up the key area by asking you to step onto the center platform that's lowered by pressing a separate switch on the other side of the room, even though none of the other platforms that lower that look like this do anything unique when you step over them, making you think that you gotta find some way to either teleport up there or unlock a staircase. But then you gotta take the blue key back to the very beginning of the level, grab the yellow key, take that all the way back out to that football field area to get the red key, and then run back to the beginning again so that you can finally leave this stage. At the risk of repeating myself, again, I think that these maps are very nice little terrariums of Doom, but is especially lacking when it comes to keys and doors. Hangar even has this cool secret a lot like in Wormhole where you can make a bunch of chain gunners spawn in the room where you get the blue key. This is cool. I wish that this was a mandatory part of the stage, but it's all side content. What is so open about this season? I mean, I guess if I squint my eyes, I could look for the dark pixels standing out, which really makes me feel like a true hunter, but all I feel is contempt for the vanilla Doom color palette. I can appreciate whoever it was that designed this part of the map, that they made something that I can immediately recognize as a, I guess, nuclear power plant? Okay, maybe I can't recognize what it is, but it looks sciencey and cool, like it belongs in Half-Life, I guess. Ironically, it was not Dario that worked on this map. That would have been pretty funny, though. I did get my hopes up for this little tightwalk section with these Kako demons, because I thought I was in for a bit of a challenge, but not really. The abundance of rad suits turned this whole section into a non-issue, and for the record, I didn't practice any of this before taking notes. This was my first time playing this level in years. Open Season does one thing that I'm not a fan of how it was implemented, but I'm a bit more forgiving because I'm pretty sure it's a limitation of the engine, where once you hit this yellow switch in the main room, a bunch of pathways that have previously been closed that have these yellow trimmings around them are now opened, leading you to the next part of the map, and I think that's pretty cool. I just wish that there was something more obvious obvious to lead you here, like having these doors marked with a yellow door marker, which I know wasn't even a thing in the original game, so I can't be mad at that. The modern releases of Doom have this cool thing where you can see what color doors are on the map, but that wasn't in the original release. That's a quality of life feature that even Bethesda adopted. Gee, wasn't all that switch hunting fun? Isn't that exactly what you want to play Doom for? Fuck you, it's story time. You fought your way through the infested experimental labs, and it seems the UAC has once again gulped it down. What the fuck does that mean? With their high turnover, it must be hard for the poor UAC to buy corporate health insurance. Whoa, damn, that's crazy, man. Are you telling me that even in the 90s, Doom was giving social commentary? Get these politics out of my game. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go play my favorite video game, Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear Solid. Ahead lies the military complex, swarming with horrors hot to get their teeth into you. Hey, yo, don't threaten me with a good time. Ooh, getting me all hot and sweaty. Elliot, please cut that out. You know, I really don't even feel like I've earned this plasma gun. This marks the beginning of the military stages, so if you were getting tired of the same old gray and silver tiles from before, now you've got brown and orange. Great. God damn, someone's going off on that trumpet. And when I say someone, I legitimately don't know. Even the goddamn wiki has a question mark in the composer column for this, so I don't know. Prison is the beginning of the TNT maps that get really big and really open for, like, no reason. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna feel like needless padding. There are some diamonds in the rough, but this isn't one of them. But there is one cool moment here where you hit this switch that brings you onto an elevator down into this underneath, well, I guess, prison, that wakes up all of the monsters inside when the lights flip on. It's this really cool little suspenseful reveal. The combat encounter and little puzzle that follows is a little hit or miss, but I mean, I can appreciate the suspense. And to think I would have totally missed that cool little effect if I grabbed the invulnerability power-up, giving me, inverted color blindness. This level might not look too metal, but the soundtrack sure is. Take a little bit of Master of Puppets, One Shot at Glory, and a sprinkle of Wolf to the Moon, and you've got Belly of the Beast, my personal favorite track in TNT Evilution. And it must have been TNT's favorite as well, because it plays a lot during the endgame, even during the final level. Oh, Jesus Christ! Alright, I've heard of chest-high walls in a cover shooter, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I almost feel bad for them. Hello everyone, welcome to my TED Talk. Today we'll be talking about the practicality and morality of a human head transplant. First we begin with a small incision at the squiddly bink to detach the dorkily dork, and then behold, you have... what the fuck? And fuck you, Jimmy. Uh-oh. This bit is gonna be really fun to edit once we get to a game that has more rapid punching attacks. Oh god, could you imagine doing this for a JoJo game? Yeah, okay, I gotta kill this bit sooner than then. Wow, did you see that? All 5 of the map's secrets at once? Yeah, cool. That's all I've got to say about this one. God damn, El Bizri's going hard on the synth. Let my man jam. Hello, Mr. Bones. I would like 1 parking ticket, please. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. You're gonna naturally be drawn to this pentagram on the floor with a bunch of explosive barrels on it, and walking over it is gonna trigger an archvile to spawn. And look at that, because of all the imps that were stuck in between those barrels of fun, this Archie actually has a ton of bodies to revive. Finally, an archvile that's not just by himself. Oh man, the bar is so low right now. Oh, the ticket booth man! Oh, I think we found out who's responsible for the floor pentagram. Oh my god, another Archvile that's kind of a threat. Am I having fun right now? I can't have fun right now. I don't want my gears being grinded. Speaking of, you hear the grinding of heavy machinery up ahead. You sure hope they're not stamping out new hellspawn, but you're ready to ream out the whole herd if you have to. They might be planning a blood feast, but you feel about as mean as 2,000 maniacs packed into one mad killer, and you don't plan to go down so easily. Maybe it's the way that I read that, but if this was done in the last 2 months of production, then I have a feeling that someone there was playing a little too much Duke Nukem. I mean, in 96, hey, who could blame him?
Everyone keeps calling me Daddy. But why doesn't Daddy call me?
Crater embodies everything that I feel about TNT's Evilution as a map pack. It's a fine romp with a lot of smaller hordes and good heavies and super heavy surprises, but nothing really beyond that. It's almost like having 20 different map designers all working on their own projects separately isn't a good idea for consistency. Case in point... Man! Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that did jump scare me, but not enough to fucking kill me. Oh my god, we're 13 maps in and we're just now getting a cyber demon? It's about goddamn time! Never mind. Other than that, I mean, the chain gunners make this big open arena a little difficult, but once they're gone, it's a breeze. I think the set piece is pretty nice, though. I am a sucker for green. Aesthetically, Ty Halderman did a pretty good job keeping this level looking nice. The pain elemental that comes out of this toxic waste vial with a red key and a bunch of giblets nearby is really cool looking. I like it a lot. And I guess if you want a challenge, you could fight the barons that jump you at the very end, but you could just hit the exit switch. I, however, am stubborn. Man, it'd be one thing if I died because the rocket hit the elevator, but no, I hit the fucking pillar that's just standing there, not moving. Yes, I'm a pro gamer, how could you tell? I'd honestly forget about this level if it wasn't for the mastermind fight at the end, but it's not exactly noteworthy. Map 15 is named after where I'd like to be if I ever had to play this level again, because I don't want to deal with the world right now. It's good in theory, a massive switch hunt to unlock the way to the exit, but it'll quickly devolve into you pressing a switch and then doing like 3 or 4 maps around the level just to see what was affected by that switch, and repeating that until the exit opens. It's pretty boring. Whoops, it's been about 2 months since I recorded my playthrough for this game, and when finishing up this video I realized I forgot to do the secret levels. Not like you guys would be missing too much, but I've got a reputation to ignore. So aside from the BFG that I missed in Dead End that I'll be taking here with me into the secret levels, I also missed the secret exit. Just gotta find this plasma rifle over here, turn around, grab this secret berserk pack, and open up a secret wall within a secret, and fight the overwhelming urge to walk off the ledge here, because if I do, I need to find the teleporter again because the exit switch is right here. What now? This looks totally different. Kinda like King Tut's condo? Oh geez, you think King Tut could afford a condo out here? I know inflation's been a bitch, but that motherfucker's still getting a studio apartment with these numbers. Sheesh! Whatever's here can't be any worse than usual, can it? Or maybe it's best to let the sleeping gods lie. Yeah, tell that to Doom Guy in about 24 years from now. Dude's great at breaking shit. This thought totally doesn't go full circle in an unsatisfying way at the end of the video, no sir. Ah, okay, I get it now. Egyptian hieroglyphs scanned into really low-resolution Doom textures really do add a lot to the experience. Just like that little tiny pyramid over there that enemy's walking on that we can't. You really would think that would be the perfect spot for a secret, but nah. Dario keeps us on our toes here by giving us most of the ammo and resources this level has to offer in these caches at the beginning, forcing us to leave wherever we are on the map to backtrack at the beginning to refuel on these rockets, which is kinda neat. Yeah, it's dickish, but it's intentionally dickish, and I can appreciate that. It's not to say that you won't find other pickups out there, it's just most of it is here. You do see these caches later in the level in a big arena with some mancubi, and because you know that these are gonna go down once you activate them, there's a little bit of risk versus reward in activating these caches to get the goodies inside, or just using them as cover. That's really cool. It's probably the hardest that I had to think in TNT. There's not too much inside the pyramid at first glance, despite being way larger on the inside than it is on the outside. Just some arachnos behind an invisible wall that won't wake up or let them see us until we've collected collected more of the level's keycards, which, depending on who you ask, are completely optional. Actually, I'm just talking about the yellow key, and it's because the original release of this map on TNT's website accidentally had the yellow key set as a multiplayer-only pickup, and so you just weren't able to beat it without glitching through the map, which people did find out how by abusing the engine's line defs. Doom players can figure out anything if you give them enough time, except new jokes. Sure is nice of King Tut to invite us over for blue Kool-Aid, eh, Luigi? Oh, my spine! Oh, God help us, the babies are free! Oh, I must be interrupting the celebration of the blue orb. Don't mind if I dorb. Yeah, come on out, you lanky funny man. I know you're in there. You know, it's kind of on me to assume that one of Kasali's archviles wouldn't be teleporting all around. The fuckers. Yeah, I don't know. It's not Kasali's best work, but it's definitely a good one. A diamond in the rough in TNT Evilution. A bunch of pain elementals spawn next to the blue key that you need to take out ASAP unless you want a barrage of lost souls that's gonna drain your ammo, which felt appropriately dickish enough to make me think of Plutonia. Same with these hidden shotgunners behind the wall by the teleporting Archies. That's a good way to describe the Kasali's work, actually. Delightfully dickish. Well, this part did get a good laugh out of me, though. Oh, just look at him. He's doing his best. Oh, that's a lot of raspberries. Oh, what the hell? Are they okay? We end things off in Pharaoh with a shotgunner ambush and flip the sunglasses skeleton man switch for old time's sake, bringing us to this area that I swear feels like it was ripped out of Super 3D Noah's Ark. Alright, all gloves are off. If I hit 100k subs before the end of this year, I'll do a full deep dive review of Super 3D Noah's Ark in the same vein as my Wolf 3D video. I am not fucking joking. Yeah, don't let that molten lava pit deceive you. That'll take you right back to map 16. The secret exit here to the next secret level found within a secret of a secret is in the back of Noah's shed. That was one of my favorite Bible passages, the back of Noah's shed. It's time for a vacation. Ahead lies a quiet town with peaceful flowing water, quaint buildings, and presumably no hellspawn. Just kidding, you can hear cyber demon feet. Ah! Yeah, it's the Doomer Shooter FPS beach episode, except we're not on a beach and Duke did it better. Wow, something that Duke actually does better? That's crazy. What kind of beach resort has this much toxic waste under it? What do you mean Mesa, Arizona? Not a single beach is in Arizona, dumbass. Yeah, Caribbean's pretty basic, not much to say here. I like the aesthetic of the wood huts on the water, makes me want to play Mario Sunshine a little bit, but it's pretty basic Doom fodder. But the only thing I could really remember here is that switch timing puzzle at the end that was a little confusing, but I really like this big proto slaughter map that plays right before the end. I'm just kidding, it's nothing like a slaughter map. It's a large open area, and also there's a cyber demon here that we could use to take out the hordes, except for the Archie that's hiding behind the wall here. Ow. Please, sir, they said they would take my wife if I don't spend all these shotgun shells. Fuck. Alright, I did it! Was that worth making the video longer for? I don't think so, but hey, it's content and I need more of that shit. And now back to your regularly scheduled video that was ready to go almost 2 months ago, where I didn't have the BFG until later. Farewell, my beautiful boy, I'll see you in 2 maps. Deepest Reaches. I was really quick to dismiss this level because of its monotone color palette, but this actually ended up being a diamond in the rough. I kinda liked it. I mean, look at where the red key is tucked away. That's freaking cool. Maybe this level's winning me over because some of this environment reminds me of Blood, specifically those side river areas in E1M6. I don't know, maybe that's just me. There is a bit of backtracking here, sure, especially after you find the yellow key, but I didn't find that to be too much of an issue because every area that you find each corresponding key has this really good visual design to it that lets me keep track of where every individual part of the stage is. I never really felt lost once I picked up a key. I always knew where to go, and there's even this cool little encounter with a couple of Mancubi and Barons near the end. Oh damn, did you catch that? Me neither, because I just picked up the key through the wall. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that this is using an exploit that you could use in the original game for a speedrunning trick, but they just made it part of the level. Look at how fast that exit opened up. This stage has so much character and pizzazz going for it. All right, who made this level? I missed the title card. All right, apparently it was Andre Arsenaut, and this is his only map that he made for this map pack. Well, that's a damn shame. I wonder what he's doing these days. Oh, look at that. He worked on DC Universe Online and Transformers Rise of the Darkspark, aka the bad one. Fuck you, video game industry, for not taking advantage of this man's talents. But hey, what do I know? DC Universe Online outlived Marvel's Avengers, so I guess hashtag DCUO sweep. Processor this, processor that. Why don't you process my big fucking gun? Did you know that if we exclusively focus on Ultraviolence and Nightmare, that TNT Evilution has the least BFG drops in all 4 of the main Doom campaigns? Well, that feels weird to say. I should say in Doom 1, Doom 2, TNT, and Plutonia. Yep, this sure is a Kasali map. Just look at all that weird and abstract level design. I shouldn't say level design, more aesthetic design. But no, it's still level design because you actually have to keep note of these areas that have all these weirdly obtuse shards and shit. Shards is the wrong word. They're more like squares of metal. But you need to keep track of them for the end of the level, and it's pretty cool how it's handled. And in true Kasali fashion, I assume that this hot lava floor is gonna hurt me, so I try to jump into this one pool of water and then take damage. Turns out that floor of lava doesn't actually hurt me. I don't understand. Fuck you, Kasali, and fuck your brilliant understanding of the Doom engine for letting these chain gunners pass under the ceiling where I couldn't, so now they're a threat no matter which direction I come from. I feel like I've stumbled into an official version of Doom's backrooms. This is very unnerving. Arise, my funny skeleton men! Kasali! Alright, fine, I'll cut you a bit of slack because this exit room is... Oh, it's beautiful, look at that. Alright, I gotta confess, I didn't realize that shipping and respawning was a pun until I said the map out loud for the first time while rehearsing the script. That's fucking brilliant, and I can only be mad at myself. Look at this, there's a loading truck filled with Caco demons that get released, and that loading bay is infested with mancubi. Classic Doom has a lot of warehouse levels, and TNT especially has more than one, but I think this might be the best one I've played so far. I'm genuinely having a lot of fun exploring these little nooks and crannies and finding out which boxes move when I press on them. Like, man, this just looks so cool. Behold, the smallest gamer chair. No, I totally didn't miss the megasphere here for the very end of the level after I killed everything else in it because, I missed it. No siree! Central Processing, our first Drake O'Brien stage and coincidentally one of the easiest levels in Evilution to get yourself soft-locked. Not because of incompetent level design, but because it's a little over-ambitious. This stage is fucking huge, a staple of the remaining O'Brien maps that we're gonna be seeing. It starts off with this office space complete with cubicles and shit, but then later opens up to reveal the demonic corruption within. It's pretty cool. Oh my god, I think we just found the extra lost soul. Oh no, what is this Home Alone bullshit? Are the demons working with Kevin McAllister? Little son of a bitch. All that for a perfect circle? I swear to god, if they backloaded the best maps into the last half of TNT, I'm gonna be upset. Okay, the end does devolve into running around this room looking for a hole in the fence to drop through on, but I always knew what I needed to do. Doom Guy could probably get his daily steps in this map alone. The vista opening ahead looks real damn familiar. Smells familiar too, like fried excrement. You didn't like this place before and you sure as hell ain't planning to like it now. The more you brood at it, the madder you get. Hefting your gun, an evil grin trickles into your face. It's time to take some names. Are they talking about Florida? I think they're talking about Florida. We got another Drake O'Brien map back to back, and this one's got into Sandy City despite taking place in one big mansion. I think it's a mansion. O'Brien is a man of taste. Behold, his birchwood Minecraft doors. Why don't my Minecraft doors open vertically? have no idea what Mr. O'Brien's doing these days, but I think I want to hire him to design my dream house. Oh dear God, we've entered the Plutonia Experiment title screen! I spent the whole video complaining about the imps and the hit scanners, and yet I still died to him over a cyber demon! Oh my God, one of them actually killed me, and it wasn't Kasali's. Habitat almost felt like amateur hour because it starts you in front of this big open field with a half a dozen barons and an archvile, but it almost felt like a red herring, like it's intentionally misdirecting you from what you're supposed to do in this level. Because this whole maze thing with the sewers is actually pretty cool. You walk around and trigger these doors to open that sort of like disassemble themselves to reveal parts of the map. Something like this sounds like it'll be easy to get lost in, but I never really did. It's cool, I liked it a lot. Oh baby, is it my birthday? It must be because I got these hands for free.
Failure.
The hands have failed me! Not bad, Chris. You made a decent level. Lunar mining project? Well, that was a fucking lie. We don't even go to the moon. Closest we got is this 2D texture that you see at the very end of the level, but that's the exit portal. At least the texture looks cool. That's all I got from map 23. Sorry, Paul. Man, this doesn't look anything like the moon. This feels like a map that should have been put at the beginning of the campaign. It's not bad, just kind of mid. I feel like TNT really lost their winning streak of 5 good maps in a row. Oh, good Lord, help us. We have an archvile on the loose. This is not a drill. Baron's Den has this cool moment where I need to step in and out of an elevator so I can safely take out this room full of, well, barons. Despite the name, this map only has 8 of them. Or only 1 of them if you're playing on Hey Not Too Rough. Not like I'd ever know that. Map 18 had 10. Why wasn't that the Baron Den? I get it, it's like Ballistyx, but with a YX because we're so cool and also the river Styx. I am so ready to tip my ferryman. Are you getting tired of this bit yet? Because I'm not. I really like how this level ends at the very same altar that you see at the beginning of the stage. I can at least appreciate that when I'm not spending 12 minutes looking for keys. Alright, it's time for Drake O'Brien's final map for Evilution, and he goes out with a bang with a whopping 332 enemy count. And that's before lost souls spawned by paintballs are accounted for. Oh wait, this map doesn't have any paintballs. There's just a fuck ton of lost souls here. Oh, the disaster area. That's where I found my channel. Ah, I see. It's time to turn the Revenant's greatest strengths against them. Yeah, that was a pretty good level. Took me almost 30 minutes to beat, but I didn't really have an issue with that. I can appreciate that it ends with the level's namesake and the Mount of Pain, giving me some of the most annoying Lost Souls encounters that I've seen since Doom 64. No, I'm not trying to pull a Decino and censor the level name. It's actually just called Heck. Thanks, Kasali. And hey, look at that! Foreshadowing! I could almost taste the chain gunners from here. Yep, this sure is a Kasali map. Yeah, that was pretty good. Really made me hate Lost Souls, though. More, I mean. Yeah, we love the river Styx in this house. Oh, something's not right here. Dad? It really is my dad! Oh no, they made Dead simple on crack. It's no longer simple! No, I don't have games on my phone. Leave me alone! Last call to finish the game. Are you sure you want to continue? Yeah, I want to keep playing. Dude, shut the fuck up. I hope you remembered the order of the colored torches at the very beginning of the stage, because otherwise, you gotta do this trial by fire. Ah, trial by fire, that's funny. It's okay though, the order is red, green, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, green, red, blue, red, blue. Alright, good. Now that half of you have had your Winter Soldier sleeper agent code woken up, your target is Marty Stratton. A shame that the last cyber demon we see is the most unfortunately placed cyber demon in this whole map pack. Yeah, just put him on this platform where he'll just shoot the floor. That's cool. Okay, this staircase actually is kind of cool, I'll be honest. Simon sure knows how to set the mood for a final boss fight, I'll tell you that much. And oh boy, I bet you'll never guess who it is. Yep, it's the Icon of Sin. He's actually called the Demon Spitter here because he wasn't called the Icon of Sin for a bit. John Romero can say that the official name of this thing is the Icon of Sin from 1994 as much as he wants. But Doom 2 only ever called it the final boss or the Dark One. And Final Doom refers to the final boss of Doom 2 as Baphomet or the Gatekeeper. So I don't blame TNT for calling this thing the Demon Spitter in this game. But anyways, this guy's way easier to kill here than in Doom 2. I know I used mouse look in my Doom 2 video. That's because I was really fucking stupid and didn't quite understand what mouse look did to affect the game. I'll do a proper Doom 1 and 2 video in the same vein as this one someday. Until then, you just have to line yourself up with this staircase here and make sure that you're one step down from the very top and then just fire straight ahead. You can actually use any weapon to hurt him in this one, but I'd prefer old reliable. See you at Plutonia, you big old goat bitch. Wow, I said that same thing when I started Tears of the Kingdom. That's crazy. Suddenly, all is silent from one horizon to the other. The agonizing echoes of hell fades away. The nightmare sky turns blue. The heaps of monster corpses started to evaporate, along with the evil stench that filled the air. Jeez, you may have done it. Have you really won? Something rumbles in the distance. A blue light begins to glow from the ruined skull of the Demon Splitter. Wait, is that why he turns blue at the end of Doom Eternal? Swear to God, if this is where they got it from, I'm gonna fucking... Thank you for making it to the end of this video, and I especially want to thank our brand new Golden Guy member, Stressed Axis 862, and our Platinum guys, Shine Spark and SSG Meathook. The Platinum guys tier has been available on my Patreon for a while and literally offered nothing of substance until now. Now you'll get your name shouted out in every video, rather than just the first one that you subscribe on in the Golden Guys tier. So these two have just been supporting me from their generosity with little in return. Thank you guys so much. I hope this is a positive development. If you want to join that list of names off to the side and even join the Discord and all that stuff, you know where to find the Patreon link. And I especially want to thank you for watching this video. This was a stressful one to make. I'm currently in the process of moving and having to move hastily because my house is about to be condemned. They're about to take everything that I love and care about and destroy it with a wrecking ball, so please help me by giving me money. Thank you. Okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but seriously, thank you for watching. This was incredibly stressful to make, and I'm glad that I finally put it out there. Plutonia is going to be next. If it's not next, it's because I got a sponsor offer to make a smaller video, and I really need the cash. So I'll see you guys soon, I hope. Bye, I love you. Remember to eat your vegetables.